So I'm going to run through 4 bullet points here. Our three systems that you kind of need to know how to navigate to look at your schedule coming up, look at your course materials, and then see the video and the stats of each workout after the fact they've been on the court. Go through a bit of the map, looking through what we're going to cover in the 12 modules, and then we'll talk about logistics and a few add-ons and one premium offer. If you want to upgrade and do more with us this summer and into the fall, we can talk about what that looks like. So, three system platforms, first off. One is Upper Hand, how we schedule classes. For you guys that are on the Confidence Formula, this is pretty straightforward because you're locked in for the 12 dates we've already pre-selected. You're already booked for those. You don't really need to worry about the schedule or changing anything on the schedule. So it'll be fairly hands-off for you there, and you'll just be getting email reminders. Our court date is tomorrow, 9 a.m. About 24 hours ahead, you'll get email reminders for each session. ClickFunnels is our website platforms, also where we host our online courses. So I'll show you how to get set up and logged in and find your coursework and watch your videos and kind of walk you through the steps that your player will need to do in order to get all of their off the court work done. And then finally, home court, I'll briefly show you kind of how we use that to capture stats and video. There's a deeper instructional video already embedded in the course. And I find it's best to actually work on that when we're all in the gym together. We'll get our phones out, get the app set up, and get synced that way so that we make sure that's fully functional before we kick off for week one. So Upper Hand, again, only necessary for parents. Players don't really need to touch that one. We have the set schedule for all 6 weeks, so it's pretty straightforward again. And the main purpose is going to be schedule reminders. Upper Hand. So when you first log into Upper Hand, most of you have done that already. You went through the eval process with us. If you're coming to the Dictator Defensive Masterclass in a bit, you're also signed up through there. But quick overview, when you log in, it'll show you your parent page first. And if you notice, if you look at upcoming sessions, it shows nothing on there because you as the parent are not scheduled for anything. It can be confusing if you're not familiar with that. So down below, it'll show your players. And when you click on your player, pull up their page and then go to upcoming sessions, then it'll show all the dates you have going on. And then if you're looking for anything else, we typically have it under events. So if you go to events, like I said earlier, you could search 3x3 and that'll pull up all of our league stuff and our tournaments that we have going on for 3x3. So simple way if you want to schedule anything additional. But like I said, when you're in the Confidence Formula, everything's booked in advance, so you don't really have to do much there. Our next system is ClickFunnels. So this is where I'm going to spend a few minutes walking you through how to access this and a couple shortcuts that we found helpful to get your player easy access, try to remove the friction from getting to their coursework when they need it. So this is our main page website. So playpracticebasketball.com. I'll show you how to save the link to your home screen so you don't have to go through all the steps. But first time, you'll also have an email when we first signed you up where you can click and access the course. So that'll take you here as well. But from main website, current clients, log into courses. And if you have created your login already, that'll take you to this page. And then you're looking for the Confidence Formula program course. And I'm going to change the size of my screen here because this is an important aspect. If you're looking at this on your phone, this is what it looks like. So this is like the intro landing page. And it's not always obvious, but this is your menu button. If you click on that little hamburger icon, 3 lines in the top right corner, that actually opens up your menu to then go through and see all of the content. And so really at the pace we're going with 12 modules in 6 weeks, the plan should be to watch 2 videos in between your 2 court sessions each week. It's going to be a bit of a content. So like by Monday, you want to have watched the discovery week, kind of work through this stuff. And then week 1 is going to be what we cover on Tuesday. You want to watch this focus funnel video. And then Wednesday, you'll be off the court before you're back on Thursday. So you want to be watching this video on Wednesday before you come to Thursday workout. So basically, you're going to have 4 days a week of work. 2 days of video content watching, 2 days on the court with us. Trying to get that watched in advance is really where we find the most efficiency so that you can understand what we're talking about before we hit the court. And so you have a better grasp of what we're getting into, and we don't have to spend as much time talking, and you get more, less talk and more action when you're on the court. Um, and then what I like to have players do, the shortcut we found from a player suggestion, is actually save this page as a link on your home screen of your phone, like it's an app. That way it's one finger push and you're here. You can get to all of your course material. And then one last piece of this, as we go through, let me get to week one. As we go through each course, and fill out the quiz, this is really where it tracks your progress across the whole course. So we have like a progress tracker. We can tell, how much of your homework you've been doing, where you're at in the course, and we can also review your quiz answers and, see if you're having trouble with any of the concepts if we need to review stuff. But in order for that progress bar to be accurate, because you might go watch a video and maybe even do the quiz, we need you to hit this very important button, mark this week's lessons complete. And that moves you forward by 1/12 of the 12-week course, checks off that you have made that much progress. So if you go through and do the coursework is great, but check off this button when you're actually done it so that we know accurately where you're at in the coursework, and we can try to give you some reminders or give you any help if you're having issues with anything along the way. And then the last system we're going to talk about is the home court app, which again is embedded in the coursework on this landing page. This video at the bottom tells you how to get home court set up. So if you can do that before Tuesday, like I said, we'll walk through the final steps in person on the court. It's only available on Apple devices. So if you don't have an iPhone, even if you have an iPad, you can still get the app and view the video on there. You just won't be able to capture it, but we're going to be taking care of most of that for you because we're doing the film capture when we're on the court. For those of you who signed up for the competence warranty, we have the ability to take those clips and feed it back to you with our voiceover of our coaches so that we're getting another layer of reinforcement of what you're doing. But everybody has access to the home court to just go look at the video yourself and kind of take away what you can from watching yourself in action. All right, so the quick overview map of what we're going to be going through. So we just talked about kind of a little bit of the logistics schedule. Watch a video Monday, workout Tuesday, watch a video Wednesday, workout Thursday. By the end of the week, you want to be able to do both your quizzes and again, check off what you've completed. So week one, we're going to talk about the focus funnel, how we give instructions, how we can narrow your focus and try to make really quick progress on really small steps and accelerate your learning. Sneakers Up is all about footwork. 3 pillars of defense. Going to cover actually a lot of what we're doing in the defensive masterclass today. It's the same framework. We're going to talk about ball handling in week 4, and then finishing around the rim, shooting from deep range, working on decision making and situational skills, and then we're going to work on the post inside, playing around the basket, how to use a big player near the basket if you're a guard, kind of working on all dimensions of using a big player or a basket somewhere near the basket. And then phase 3, the final 2 weeks, we'll be working on creating shots, both off the dribble and off the catch, how to calculate your efficiency as a scorer, what we call the scorer's formula, and then really getting into the last 2 weeks with a lot of decision making, trying to stack up all the stuff we've built skill-wise and talk about how we can create advantages with better decisions and multiply those advantages in a team setting. And then ultimately how decisions work and how we can break down decisions to be faster, more accurate, better decision makers, even in chaos and under pressure. So logistics. I guess I'm going to pause here first. I've covered a lot pretty quickly. Anybody have questions so far of what we just ran through? That's good. Logistics. So we already talked about the schedule. Most of you guys are aware of this before you signed up. The girls are going to be Tuesday and Thursday evening from 6 to 8. The boys are going to be mornings, Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11. and what I already went through. Watch the video, do the workout, maybe do the quiz from module 1 and watch preview 2 video on Wednesday. Thursday workout, Friday quiz, trying to wrap up your week. But we're going to get you a pretty full schedule with something to do 5 days a week if you follow that model. And then our bonus competition opportunity. I already mentioned as I went through our different summer programs, but we're doing a Sunday 3x3 league, and we're including this for free for all of you in the Confidence Formula. The girls are 14 and under age group from 2 to 4 p.m. And we really encourage you to bring a friend to that, anytime you want to. Bring a friend, let them try it out for free. If they like it, they can come back. It's really $10 a week is what we do it, and make it a cheap and easy drop in for anybody that wants to continue with that. Boys will be the same thing. 4 to 6 p.m. will be our normal for the boys. The tournament is where we have an anomaly. It'll be 6 to 8 on that June 29th. And the tournament, we also encourage you to bring friends because it's free. Let us know who's coming. We'll get them registered and waiver signed and all that in advance, and get them ready to roll. It can be a lot of fun to play with your buddies in that fast-paced format, and maybe challenge your friends and your cohorts that are part of the training program. Um, and then going through kind of add-ons, stuff that we have found helpful in the past. We actually have a premium package that ties all this together. I'll get to at the very end. But the basic package is what all of you have already signed up for. We're doing a 6-week curriculum with the 12 modules condensed into 6 weeks. We're really getting 24 hours on the court over that 6-week period. And we're expecting to have a group of 6 to 8 players. Boys will be 6 right now. Girls has 4. We're looking for a couple more to make a final decision today and get them online. And then it includes access to your players' practice database we already mentioned on home court. First add-on, a couple of you have already signed up for this. We call it the Confidence Warranty. It's kind of our continuation program to just give you more personal touch and more feedback off the court, and try to reduce your on-court commitment when you're done with the intense part of our 12 modules. So this includes weekly game film analysis, where we'll pull clips from the home court app and feed them back to you with our voiceover and comments. We do 3 times weekly text accountability, just checking in. Hey, what are you thinking about? What's on your mind going into summer league? How did your game last night go? Trying to just be accumulating knowledge about your player all the way through, so that when we get to a workout, we have a little more context about what they need and specifically what they're working with. And 2 times per month, we also will do a individual workout or a group workout where we're pulling them together with maybe a couple other high school guys that are a good fit for them to compete and work on similar stuff. Or we'll do a one-on-one session to say, hey, you were struggling with shooting off the catch on the wing in the last game. Let's come in and dial that in. So this is a $259 a month kind of recurring membership model is our normal. We keep players doing that year rounds, where a lot of our graduates of the Confidence Formula stay and kind of maintain under warranty what they're doing year round. And we also have it as a discount package. Basically, you get 12 months for the price of 10 if you sign up for a year in advance. Number 2 is our keys to the gym membership. This is something we developed going into last winter. Basically, we give you your own key code to the gym. You do need to have an adult with you in order to do it, so you can't drop off your player at the gym. But you can choose any tier level of this and come either 4 hours a month, 12 hours a month, or 30 hours a month, and just get extra practice time. If it's 100 degrees outside, you want to be in the shade in a gym, or if it's snowing outside and you want to have a chance to still work and your driveway's frozen over, this is kind of our solution to get players more gym time outside of our training hours. So basically, outside of 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, you could come anytime you want if you're on this plan. Number 3 is injury prevention training. So I know a couple of you mentioned, you've had ankle or a knee injury in the past, and you're trying to work back from that to get ready for high school. This is the man. Kelly Coder was a coach with us for a long time, and he had his own business going, and that finally started to take off. So he's now fully doing his business called Postural Foundation. So we partner with him to do kind of a free evaluation for all the players in the program. Get him to look at your muscular symmetry is really the best way I found to describe it. And then you can choose to sign up for a program with him to kind of maintain and develop your posture alignment and your muscular symmetry, really trying to get everything synchronized so that you're getting stronger and you're less likely to tweak your knee or roll your ankle. And so typically we'll do a 3-month package, normally $1,200 value. If you sign up when he's doing his free evaluation on the site, then you can save a little bit of money and do it for $9.99 for those 3-month timeline. Number 4, auxiliary individual training. So some players will go through, fast pace with a group. We're on the court 2 days a week. We get a lot of stuff covered in the formula. Some players just want a little more time individually to break down stuff and make sure it's working for them. And we're able to customize it to fit their individual needs a little bit more. So we have developed a package for 6 1-hour workouts to add on to the 12-week course or the 12 modules that we're doing in 6 weeks for the summer. So normally it's $250 an hour to work one-on-one with me. So we're basically giving you 33% off, and it's $9.99. And then we also have just a la carte. You can add 30 minutes as a workout anytime for $99. And that's normally $125 for a half-hour one-on-one workout. So maybe you would get to a certain module of the course, you're like, that didn't make any sense to me. It went by really fast. I want to get a little more detailed, a little more time spent. We could just add a workout that week and try to get you caught up as you need. Similarly, we have extra shooting on the Dr. Dish available. So you can get 300 shots in 30 minutes. If you haven't used this before, sometimes we'll have it set up before you actually start your training session. So you might be able to come in and shoot for 5 or 10 minutes as part of your warm-up, just cranking out shots. But if you want to get extra again, you can book 6 sessions times 30 minutes for $180 value. It's only $99 if you sign up as part of the confidence formula. Or again, a la carte, you can just add 30 minutes anytime you like. So, hey, this week we just worked on shooting. I want to make sure I get some more reps of shooting. And my summer league games are coming up. I want to get shots. I can just book a time for $30 and get 30 minutes and about 300 shots up. All right, premium package just means we roll everything I just talked about into one thing and give you a payment plan. So the confidence formula, 6 hours of individual training, 3 months of injury prevention with Coach Kelly, 3 months with your own key code to the gym, 3 months of the confidence warranty with our film feedback, and 6 sessions on the Dr. Dish. So total value is up to $6,500 at this point, and we just break it out to be payments of $833 over 6 months' time. So you can break that out and pay it from now through the end of the year, and you save about $1,500 compared to doing all the things if you did them individually. So that was a lot. That's the end of my spiel. Hopefully you guys got a good grasp of what you're in for logistically. If you want to do any of the add-ons that I just mentioned, you can just text me or talk to me directly, and we can get you set up for any of those that seem like the right fit for you.